Hello, everyone. It's the Axel Shifter here, and I am back with the next Forlorn Classics episode. I know it's been a while, but this month I'm going to be graduating and entering into college. Yeah, that's right. I'm just entering out of high school, so yeah, that's why I've been not really doing Forlorn Classics for like 2 weeks now since my Midnight Club LA video. But today we're going to be talking about another Angry Birds game, much like how I did with Angry Birds Epic. And this time we're going to be talking about Angry Birds Stella. Not like the web series, but I could talk about that in another video. This time we're talking about the Angry Birds Stella game that's unfortunately been delisted from like the App Store or Google Play Store because I don't see that game anywhere here. Besides if I'm an APK, of course, if you download it. But I mostly use an iPhone, but I do have an Android. So, but anyways, yeah. I think it's time we talk about this game and what made it so great and why it's a forlorn classic because we know it's classic and it's forlorn, meaning that it's sort of forgotten about now. But yeah, let's talk about it. Here we go. The story of this game is that the pigs from the Angry Birds series, obviously, they have come to Stella's like home and place, and they basically just stole hers and all of her friends' shit and stuff out of her crib, I guess. So they basically decide to go, and the birds decide to go and get their stuff back from the pigs. And yeah, to be honest, the story is pretty simple and stuff. They just beat up like Gale, like the purple bird queen of the pigs now, I guess, in this like series, I guess. And then they just try to get their stuff back, and they eventually progress to getting their shit back. And then yeah, they defeat the pigs, of course, like they do in every Angry Birds game. But yeah, this game doesn't feature Red or the rest of the standard flock that you would expect, like, of course, Red, Chuck, Bomb, the Blues, Terrence, Matilda, and all that stuff for Hal, Bubbles. Yeah, this game focuses on a new set of characters, besides from Stella herself, of course, since she did appear in the previous Angry Birds games before she had her very own game based on herself. So yeah. Anyways, I would still say that this story is pretty alright because it's basically just told in a matter of short little cutscenes. As an example, in the start of the game where you select the first level and it's basically just a tutorial of how you play the game. So yeah, now let's move on to the gameplay itself. This game uses the classic Angry Birds style of gameplay, that being you launch a bird with a slingshot and crash it into a structure filled with green pigs. But since now we have new characters besides from Stella, we're going to be talking about them and how they really being used. Stella, returning from the previous games, now has the ability called Plink Flash, where she can rocket off of all different materials only twice. The second time is way stronger than the first. And this is unlike her previous appearances where she would just use bubbles and levitate objects, including herself, in the air, and then she would disappear. So yeah. Then we have the rest of the characters who are completely new to the Angry Birds series, like Poppy, for example. Her ability is called Tornado Dive, and it's where she spins down into a structure and it can pretty much break through most types of blocks. But she's better known for breaking through wood and glass because stone is pretty hard to break. And Luca is the only male bird of the group, as the rest of them are female, obviously. And Luca can use his sonic screams to shatter glass and wood effectively, but it doesn't work on stone at all, basically. Then we have Willow, which her power is called Vortex Spin, and as you tap on the scream, she pivots upon release, and she saws through wood and glass like a knife through butter. I mean, honestly, her powers are really cool, and she's honestly my favorite character in the whole game, by being frank. And then we have her like Delilah, and her ability is called Science Fu, and she has the ability of teleportation. Yeah, she can teleport through a different structure and then just blow it up on the inside. My second favorite character of the game by far. And she also has one of the better designs of the Angry Birds series. Not saying that the rest of the designs are bad by any means, it's just that her design is really, really good. And then we have the secret character, who is essentially serves as the main antagonist of the game, as well as the Angry Birds Stella web series, that being Gale. Gale's power is just painting a certain area of the structure the pigs are in gold and just smash your way through it. Honestly, this ability is pretty boring, to be honest, and yeah, I like Gale as a character, but her power just kind of sucks in general. And then there are the pigs too, which have their similar abilities, or at least different ones compared to the previous Angry Birds games, like the helicopter pig, which flies in the air, the ninja pig, the big ass pig, the explosive pig, and yeah, certain that. So really, this game offers a lot more variety in terms of its gameplay and the different abilities the birds and even the pigs have. So that's really cool about that front. And we have the power-ups, or at least one power-up, that being the hammer. The hammer is the only power-up in the whole game, and it's unlocked on level 13, as you can tap it on any part of the structure and it can instantly destroy the item or the enemy, after it only takes a certain amount of pigs for it to recharge. So yeah, even when you're down like, birds, you can still use the hammer to take down that one single enemy that just won't fucking die. But yeah, it's pretty useful on that front. Yeah. The music in this game fucking slaps, I'm not gonna lie. There's so many memorable tracks in this game, like the main menu theme to the boss theme to the standard, main menu theme again. Or at least the intro song anyway. The intro song is so nostalgic to me for some reason, ever since I played this game a long time ago, back in the early 2010s. But still, the songs are absolutely amazing, like I said before. So yeah, I'm just gonna play a couple songs and then we'll see move on to the next segment. Now, the only really downsides I have for Angry Birds Stella is that the lack of power-ups do make it a little bland at times, because the hammer is the only power-up you can use in this whole game. I would have liked to see the different power-ups that could use throughout this game, like the previous Angry Birds games. For example, the very first one, where you could use the Mighty Eagle, like Terrans and stuff. Yeah, like that. So, yeah. And that is it for my coverage of Angry Birds Stella. This is one of the more nostalgic games I've covered on this series, Forlorn Classes, because I remember playing it quite a few times alongside with the other Angry Birds games like Go, Space, Epic, Rio. Yeah, all those GOATs classic games. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.